G'day everybody, welcome to another youth study, and our theme today is a theme of forgiveness. I'm going to look at Matthew 18 verses 21 to 22. But let me ask you this as we begin today. Have you ever found yourself in what I've decided to call a kindness battle? Now, just in case you have no idea what I'm talking about, let me try and explain what I mean. Over this time in lockdown, I've really enjoyed seeing all of these good news stories of how people have been doing nice things for each other and all these random acts of kindness. One of my favourite stories so far, though, is from Belfast. There was a housing estate in Belfast that decided they were going to order a pile of Domino's pizzas, enough for every house in their little area of the estate, and they were going to have a quiz together. And the images, the videos were class because everybody came out to the front with their tables and their chairs, and some people had set up some games, and they all enjoyed this food together and they enjoyed the quiz. Now, Steph and I, well, we've had our own fair share of acts of kindness as well. We've sent some stuff to others, but we've also had friends and neighbours do lovely things for us as well. We've had coffees delivered to our door. We've had gifts sent in the post. So kind and so thoughtful. 95% of the time, though, guess what I think to myself after the initial, what a lovely thing to do? The thought that I tend to have after that first one is this. I begin to wonder, well, should we do something in return? Things like this have happened before. You fall into this weird positive cycle of following a gift giver's example by doing something nice for them. And then sometimes when you respond to their kindness, well, they respond to your response with another gift, and you kind of find yourself in this weird kind of kindness battle. I think it's just human nature, though. When we experience kindness and generosity from others, well, we have this kind of inner desire to pass it on. There's maybe just one exception to that rule, though, and I reckon it's forgiveness. Forgiveness is that one thing I think we all struggle to pass on. In today's passage, we find that Peter was not sure about limits when it came to the topic of forgiveness. Matthew 18, verses 21 to 22. Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, "Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times?" Jesus answered, "I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times." In Peter's culture, it was common to offer forgiveness 3 times. So when Peter was suggesting 7 times, well, he was actually being quite generous. But Jesus is trying to teach him something important. When Jesus said we should forgive someone 77 times, he wasn't placing a limit on forgiveness. He was implying the opposite. Jesus wants us to see that there is no limit. We should keep on forgiving. And to cement that point, well, he goes on to tell a story. The story goes like this. A servant owed his master a lot of money, and he couldn't pay, so he begged for mercy. And the master cancelled the debt. The servant then went out and found someone who owed him a little bit of money. Well, this person also couldn't pay, so he begged for mercy. But the servant, we had him thrown in jail. The message of the story, well, it's very clear. God has forgiven us much and at a great cost. Therefore, we should forgive others. If we don't forgive, ill feeling, well, it not only lingers, but it can take hold and spread. We need to recognize that not forgiving someone usually does more damage to us than to the person we refuse to forgive. If we don't forgive, it's us who are burdened with a weight, and it's us who become bitter. By not forgiving someone, the only person that we're punishing is ourselves.